Sip Squad Fly Boys, that's my logo. You already know though. It's PBS and Nation Gang, my niggas getting dodo. You pussy niggas, Frodo's fucking hobos looking so-so. 4K shot in slow-mo, haters salty like adobo. But Coco, we get loco. Hit them cashes, so no. You rap it, then we live it, cause we Stokely on the promo. We classy, Freddy, blasty, bitches, why you acting sassy? Can't stop and I won't stop. Guess I'm Diddy to your Cassie. No shiny suits, I'm spazzing. You ashy, I'm so flashy. Talking out your ass, goddammit, I'm just speaking cash shit. Haters get the shaking like they mama named the cash shit. Father, all these rap wrestlers pay homage to me bastards. Sorry, I don't claim you. That's just what this fame do. Oh, you ain't down with Dream Team. Middle finger.
Guys, gals, gal, I have one question for you. Are you ready?
Hell yeah!
I can't hear you. I said, are you ready?
Hell yeah!
Well, in that case, to the horsemen in attendance and the dozens watching us at home,
It does.
let's get ready to rumble! Welcome to Top Rope Wrestling Talk. Welcome back to another exciting episode. I'm pumped. I'm caffeinated. Let's do this shit. I am joined by our lovely four horsemen of the pandemic, of this show, of the wrestling world, because they don't exist anymore except right here. Starting off, of course, with the women, because my mom raised a gentleman. The first lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, Grandma Wendy, Latina Heat herself.
Viva la raza! If you're not cheating, you're not crying. We not cheat, we steal.
By the way, can we make Penelope like the second lady of Top Rope? Because that would be dope.
As soon as she joins the group and talks in the group, then she can be the second lady.
Okay, true. Penelope Ford, hit us up.
I'm trying to get Sadie Gibbs first, though.
That'll work too. All right, now back to the intro. So, and then of course, next is the man that just oozes creative machismo. The man that's so damn evil, he's somehow good. The one, the only, Evil Evan. All right, and of course, it pained us because we could barely do an episode of Top Rope Wrestling Talk without this man. He is the founder, the high-class Mark. MJF wishes he was as fly as this motherfucker. The man, the myth, Bruce. And he knows.
Yes, I am.
And y'all know me by now, but just in case, I'm the greatest champ that ever stepped into this bitch. The 16-time world-class, jack of all trades, master of absolutely none. Your boy, the Psycho. I'm Dom.
Hey, damn, that's a cold-ass honky.
Wait, what? When did you make that change?
Just now.
Oh, you caught me off guard.
That's a cold-ass honky.
It was a great one. That's a great one.
I was just getting ready to go, hey, yo.
Gotcha. See, that's why you show up before the call. I mean, before the show, so we could talk all this out. They heard it. Y'all did. You didn't.
Totally caught me
A
off
little
guard.
twisty on you.
I gotcha. All right, so we have a ton of topics. We are broadcasting this recording live in our Facebook group, which of course you can always drop an invite. Come join in on the fun with us. We have a great time. We answer a lot of your questions, take a lot of your comments, do everything we can to entertain in every way possible, because that's just how we roll. And I think we should probably start off with our as quick as possible Dynamite recap. The only way we know how, and that's of course with the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm on my 6-shooters. You see any bandits?
The favorite line from that movie, if I can real quick, will always be when the ugly's like in that bathtub and the guy's like going on and on and on, and then bam, he shoots him. He says, "If you're gonna shoot, don't talk." My favorite line ever.
Yes.
I love it.
Now that she's gotten her mouth going, let's start with the lady. What was your good from AEW Dynamite?
Ooh, let's see. That's a tough one. That women's match was great. I enjoyed getting to see PNP in action. I may not be a fan. Brucey, you're gonna hate me for saying this out loud. I may not be a fan of Private Party, but Mark Quinn put on an excellent match with Cody. That was
All right, save some for us.
Sorry. The
It's
sugar's
okay.
kicking in. The sugar's kicking in.
She's just like this and that, and the other's like, whoa, we need some.
I just ate like a fuck ton of candy, so the sugar's kicking in, and I'm feeling it.
She's on a sugar high. I'm on a caffeine high, screaming and shit. It's a great show. It's a great show already.
We're on a roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to go. Yeah, Mark Quinn showed out. All of that was good. I really enjoyed the hell out of Dynamite. Why don't we kick it next to the evil one down here in the bottom corner, Evan? What was your good from Dynamite?
I'm gonna go with the beaten to a bloody pulp. The Orange Cassidy.
The Orange Cassidy.
Dude,
segment.
I love it.
Love
As a
orange.
kid who, I grew up eating oranges off of, my neighbor's tree all summer long, just making a big old mess, and seeing them just, beating them and then dripping them all over. Dude,
I was gonna
good
name
stuff.
that. I was gonna name that my bad because I felt bad for
That
Orange
was-
Cassidy when it was over. But it was still cool. It was like that Family Guy episode where they flash back and he's talking to Bing Crosby and he says, "You can beat your child with a bag of Valencia
With a bag of
oranges."
oranges.
It teaches him a lesson and it leaves no bruises. And then he starts beating him after. Like
Not
poor
all
Going
Peter.
on, Grant.
You see a beat down with some with fruit and vegetables involved, so I gotta give that my good.
Like that's the way I heard that on Family Guy and I
Yeah.
laughed and I thought I will never see that. And then I turned on Dynamite and
And
lo and
there it is.
behold, I saw that shit.
Yeah, them
was
blood
bad, but
oranges.
it was
leaving
good.
them
You
a
ever been
bloody
hit by-
mess. That was good stuff.
You ever been hit with an orange though? Like for real?
Yes.
Have you ever
Yeah.
been hit with a crab apple?
Yes.
I have
Those
pretty
hurt.
much, if you say, have you ever been hit? My answer is yes, because I've pretty much been hit with everything.
A wheel of cheese. You ever had a wheel of cheese tossed at you?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that hurts. That hurts.
That
I had
fucking
soft cheese lobbed at me once. That really hurt. Left a bruise. I'm like, how does Brie bruise?
I'm
It
okay. I'm okay.
It happened.
Yeah, that was a cool moment. I was only going to name it my bad because it looked horrible. Poor Orange Cassidy. Like, couldn't they have done that to Best Friends instead? I'd have been happy because I've never been a fan of them. So you can beat them with oranges all you want.
No, we all know what's his name?
No hugging.
Chuck E.
Wow.
Cheese gets to beat with potatoes, all right?
Yeah, with Chucky it would have to be potatoes. That's true. All right, save it. We'll come down here to the high class mark. Bruce, what was your good from?
First things first, I gotta say what's up to my boy across the pond, Grant Miller. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Grant.
My good isn't even a good. It's a fucking amazing
Oh boy.
because FTR put on a flippin' clinic to
Yes.
open that damn show.
Yes.
That was one of the best technical tag team matches I have seen in years.
yes.
Chef's kiss.
Years.
Old school, like Smash Mouth traditional tag
Old
team
school,
wrestling.
Holding
To
the
open,
ropes. No flips, no flops, no dives. I loved it.
no,
It was
that's what I mean,
majestic.
just traditional tag team wrestling to open Dynamite. Choke on that
Yep,
one, corny. All right.
Right?
um.
Brian, last night's episode was a lot of fun, man. It was a great episode.
Oh, it was so much fun. It was a great episode. We had a great thread, and everybody was chatting along, and everybody was hyped. It was getting me even more hyped. I had trouble going to bed, but that's another story altogether. Now, my good has to be anything involving Matt Hardy that night. All the personality changes, all the shit that he did, even at the end, getting involved after the TNT title match, which was great with,
It's like
with
Team
Cody
Extreme,
and
Team
Private
Extreme,
Party.
Matt.
They had everything. They had Mattitude. They had Broken Matt. They had Team Extreme Matt. Every version of Matt there ever was in one episode. It was fucking phenomenal.
Hold it in one place.
Matt Hardy is a gift that I don't deserve, but I'm glad I got. So
Right?
that's thank you. That was amazing. Like the whole show, just mwah. I'm gonna have trouble. That's why I named Orange Cassidy moment bad because I felt bad he was getting beaten. I can't find a lot from that show. So let's change gears. How about Wendy? Do you have anything good from NXT?
We just did good.
We just did good, yeah.
I know, but we did Dynamite. Now we switch to NXT, then we go back.
Oh, NXT. I actually, confession, did not catch NXT. Yeah, so pass.
Okay.
Chrissy, don't look at me like that. Oh,
right,
No, I'm in the same
Chrissy.
boat.
Let me.
I'm in the same boat.
All right, fine. You two are disqualified. Get the fuck out of here. Let me.
I mean, you want me to give you a good that I know of? It was
for
It
it.
was Scarlett coming out and
yes,
Agreed.
yes. Scarlett,
confronting Cole.
after the match Cole had with Dexter Loomis and the whole brawl that ensued with Velveteen Dream and Loomis and the rest of UE, Adam Cole's in the ring. The lights dim. Next thing you know, you see Scarlett trot her fine ass out in her Catwoman suit with the gloves, with the little needles and everything. Like, I was waiting for Danny
Not
DeVito
right.
to come down dressed as Penguin. It was that accurate. And she had the hourglass, and she stuck it in the ring in front of him and just tilted it like, oh, TikTok, motherfucker.
The whole audience just tick tock tick. I was like,
TikTok,
"Woo!"
tick.
Yeah.
Like, can we also pat ourselves on the back because we said, Karrion Kross needs to come in and get a title shot, like almost all of us, if not all of us. So, like,
I actually think it was the evil one that said to give him the NXT title.
Wow.
I believe he did, but we all said
We put him in some sort of title match, yeah.
become the belt collector, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And then, after the quick squash with Ciampa at in your house, all of a sudden there's
Oh, that
Scarlett.
pissed me off.
It kind of pissed me off, but I get it. I really get it.
I do too.
Especially now after that. And just a small side note, we're going to hand out for the first time ever, even though this isn't WWE, and fuck that, I hate saying that. We're going to
But you
hand
said
out.
it anyways.
I know. I'm sorry. We're going to hand out an award, Scarlett, for your outfit at Takeover, and then that shit you were rocking and the way you were looking on NXT. You deserve the
Hello, nurse.
award for the week.
Hell yeah.
Indeed.
I
Yup.
mean, there was a lot of contenders in it. Even Penelope was after that match on Dynamite, looking as good as she looked. But no,
Can I just
hands
give
down, you took it
one
this
lady
week.
critique though? One lady critique.
Go for it.
The Scarlett, Penelope, and Candice LeRae. Girls need to get that hair fixed. That purple shampoo is not working. It's just making y'all's hair more purple. And y'all supposed to be like platinum blonde or silver. I don't know. It's not looking right. Y'all need to get it fixed. I know Florida's got shit open. Y'all need to stop by. Someone down there can fix it up for you, girl.
Y'all
Stop
need to get
with the
to a
purple
salon,
shampoo.
is what you
Y'all-
need to do.
y'all need to watch some Brad Mondo videos. He'll teach you a thing or two if you're doing this at home, all right? Brad Mondo, shout out. Thank you for teaching us ladies how to fix our hair. Girl, that purple shampoo, put it down. Put it down.
She's over there flipping her hair, talking shit. She's getting all she's getting that Latina heat coming. Like
I
fix your
bleached the hair
She
in the
really
past.
is. She
I
really
bleached
is.
it in the past, so I know that
And
purple
before-
shampoo. I know what it does.
Before I turn this over to Evil Evan, did you actually watch NXT, dude?
Yes.
Okay, what was your good?
He
from
did
it?
his
Thank
homework.
God. Somebody else watched.
My good is a little different. I like the fact that NXT isn't shying away from pairing women together in tag teams. We saw Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez there forming their little thing. And then we saw Kaden Carter and what's her name? The Catanzaro, the Ninja Warrior girl. Them forming some kind of crazy little duo. I
Yeah.
dig it. Now with Sasha and Bayley, not to bring up a bad subject, but they got them tag belts now. And we were promised that they were going to travel all three brands. You're going to
Right.
see them on NXT as well. If you're not going to give me a tag team on Raw, you're not going to give me a tag team on SmackDown. At least NXT is providing that. They're giving us women in pairs, and it's
Yep.
something for me to look forward to. If
Yeah.
you're going to actually, you created these belts, so you got to create a division. And now's the time. And like I said, I like that we're seeing Casey and Kaden Carter, a little bit more of a crazy, flippy, athletic duo. And we got Dakota Kai and Raquel. They're the badass
Oh
girls.
yeah. Even
Cool.
even
Focus on that division,
our girl Shotzi and Tegan Knox are getting the next shot at Bailey
another
and
one.
Sasha next week on NXT, which is pretty cool. I don't know how much of a chance they stand, but it's cool.
Look, you guys know I got dibs on Tegan, right?
Yes.
I'm
we're
just
aware.
throwing that out there.
I've got them all right here. I have dibs on Scarlett, so you can have her. Don't at me, Killer Cross or Carrion or whatever your name is.
Killer Cross. You got it right.
All right. You know, the other thing that I thought was really good was the way they finally turned Phantasma heel and had him. I mean, the unmasking part was a little much, but to see the guys in the mask come out, because that's been going on for a month or so, and even I think Kadrian, the guy who gives us all the questions on Twitter, he commented on last week's episode and said those guys are working for Phantasma, and I was like, it's an interesting
you s-
theory,
You
and it
say
turns out dude was right.
Did you say Phantasma took his mask off?
He
Yeah.
did. He's
What
not
the
I think I
Phantasma.
actually saw that clip.
Fuck.
He's Santos Escobar, and
They
he
did
is
the same thing.
untouchable.
They did the same thing to Andrade. They're making him the new Andrade of NXT.
They really are,
Come
but
on.
it was so cool the way they set it up because Drake was actually congratulating him in the ring, and then the two guys in the mask came out, and it looked like those two were going to try to get in a fight with him. Like they went back to back, they got their hands up, and as all of a sudden Phantasma turns and just grabs him and puts him in that driver, which used to be the Thrill of the Hunt on Lucha Underground. I don't know what they call it. It's like the Phantasma driver, something stupid, and and the other guys come in the ring, they unmask, and it's Raul Mendoza and oh god, what's his name? Yeah, DJ Z, Joaquin, whatever the fuck they're calling him in NXT. Wild.
Really, fucking DJ
Wild.
But the people who got kidnapped actually are the ones in the mask now. So it like the way it played out was like Phantasma kidnapped Wild, then he turned around, joined Phantasma, kidnapped Mendoza, and now the guys who were kidnapped work for the kidnapper. That's a pretty dope storyline for NXT or WWE at this point. So the what happened was like very dramatic, very like especially with Drake right now, because we know he's hot and everybody's feeling for him. So when they turn on him, you're just like instant heat, like instant heels. You're like, you motherfuckers. How could you do that to Spud? I mean, Drake. Whatever.
Took his mask off. Oh, that pisses me off.
Of course. Like, everybody gets to WWE to take their fucking mask off. Everybody but Ray.
Exactly. And he's on his way out. We need some luchadors in fucking WWE.
See, that's the part that
keep them luchadors.
That's the part that gets me mad.
That's the thing. Like, you want them, but here's the thing. They don't respect the culture and the heritage of Lucha Libre and everything that it stands for.
Yeah, that's the part. That's the part that gets me upset.
Joke or some bullshit.
The moment was good. Having to unmask Phantasma to have that moment was ugly. It wasn't even bad. We're skipping straight to ugly. You do not need to do this. Like I myself and people who have followed luchadors and AAA and Lucha Underground know the culture behind the mask, how sacred it can be. Popping it off because you got a contract in NXT is not even worth it. It just isn't. Mm-hmm. At least when you look at the history and the things behind those masks and how long people wore them. Like, obviously he's Phantasma, but his father was senior, he's junior. You know, it went on for generations, and now I'm in NXT. Fuck it, that's ugly. But the moment itself was cool. The way everybody, you know, turned and you know, it was shocking. It was dramatic. It was nice until the mask came off. That part pissed me off.
How do you think
it's a new heel faction? I definitely dig.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool faction, and you're using people that you really didn't have any use for.
Yeah.
So okay, cool.
Like Attitude Era, you know,
just let him keep the goddamn mask on.
Yeah.
Like, let him keep being Phantasma. That's what he's known for. That's what he came in as. That's what he won the Cruiserweight title as. Let him keep it.
You hired him as Phantasma.
Right. If his mama call him Phantasma, let him be Phantasma.
Hey, speaking of which, you see his mama just got some new ink. She got the Cruiserweight title tattoo on her arm in honor of him winning.
Wow.
No shit.
I didn't see that, but that's cool. That's fucking
Mama
awesome.
the Phantasma got it.
Mama Phantasma.
Yeah, I guess.
That is awesome.
All right, do we have anything we need to take a comment break for, or should we keep the shit rolling?
No, we're good.
Wow. All right, so let's proceed to if anyone, Grandma Wendy, would you have anything that you would have considered bad from Dynamite?
Bad from Dynamite. Oh man, there was something, but now I can't remember what it was.
So
Shit, fuck, I can't think of anything. I thought it was a pretty damn good show.
Somebody's coming off the coffee. Says, I still got mine.
The sugar rush is going.
The sugar
Crash,
crack.
the crash.
Again, I know we always talk about Family Guy because we talk about PETA and all this stuff, but
PETA.
she's like Stewie after his first soda. She was all,
Really, yeah.
oh, I'm sad now. All right, fuck, Bruce. Do you have a bad from Dynamite?
I actually do, and again, it's not even bad. Like, it's just the way I saw it. They missed such a big opportunity, and I'm pretty much staying with FTR for most of this. But at the end of the match, they lost out on such a big moment that could have really happened between the Bucks and FTR. I think Havoc and Sabian and whoever else came out was a little overkill. I think they could have had a moment, like they could have given the mics to Cash and Dax and let them talk a little bit, you know. And how fucking cool would it have been for like them to just stop talking and super kick the Bucks?
Yeah, no, that's true. And you know, I agree with you. I just think it's one of those moments where AEW looks at the crowd and says, "Don't bust that wrestling nut yet."
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we want to save that. We want to drag this out. So when it finally does happen, you're like, oh yes, you know. Like they don't want you to have that quick wham bam.
Yeah.
I'm out for the next episode because I'm asleep, ma'am, kind of thing. They want to drag it out. They want to let you like marinate and build, and then when it finally happens, you're just like, oh. And we waited this long. So
I think they're saving that match for All Out.
So I agree. I'm just saying I think they're trying to give it a minute and let it marinate and let it kind of come to a boil and just kind of make fans like, come on, let's see it. Come on, let's see it. Come on, there it is. Oh. All right. Evil Evan, did you have a bad from Dynamite?
My bad is more of a like bad with like a question mark because not so much bad, but I just don't really understand what the hell's going on with Allie and this whole QT Marshall.
Yes.
Oh, that pisses me off.
That was Brucey's ugly, I think.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Got that out the way.
I watched Dark, but like on 2x speed, so I missed some stuff. I'm trying to get through in a hurry. It's late night at work. But
Right.
I don't know. Was there ever an explanation why she's no longer the bunny? Like, the ears, like it's not bunny season, rabbit season.
The only
Sudden.
that was an apple, and we were like, "What the hell?" I mean, I like the oranges, but I don't like the apples. I don't get it.
The only thing that I can think of is because she was dating the Blade, is they split up. That's the only thing I can think
They're
of.
married.
They're married?
They're
I thought
married,
they
yes.
were.
Oh,
No,
well,
they
I mean,
are.
what the
It's
fuck?
Just, this is
Why ruin
like,
a good thing?
This is
Yeah,
like
I don't get
they
it.
saw.
I mean, if they're gonna tease Brandy
No,
and
I hear
Ellie,
you.
you could have
The
done
only
that
explanation-
with the Butcher. I don't get it.
The only explanation that makes any sense is they saw QT got some hair plugs and they thought, oh, why don't we start a midlife crisis storyline with him? So he
I
gets
bet you
hair
that's what it
plugs.
is.
He goes out. He gets hair plugs. He goes out. He finds a hot blonde. He buys a big fancy car because I think it was Dark, where he showed up in a Corvette and he had Allie with him and he had just bought it. And Dustin and Brandy are like, "What the fuck, dude?" And he's like,
Oh yeah.
"You know, I'm a big star now. I gotta have a fancy car. Allie said so, and everything he's doing, Allie said so." So he's like having this midlife crisis, and Allie is just sitting there picking away at him and using him and trying to fuck up another tag team, and she will eventually swerve him and the Natural Nightmares, and the Butcher and the Blade are just gonna kick the shit out of him.
Do you think this is leading also to a rivalry between her and Brandy?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, they already had a match on like Double or Nothing or
Well,
something like the original. So
now-
they're not really the best of friends to begin with. They've always kind of been on the opposite sides. So now to have her kind of picking away at Brandy's tag team and making up shirts where like she's, you know, prominently featured and Brandy's like way off in the background. And she gives Brandy like a triple XL to put on the way to the ring so it covers her up and she's looking hot. Like Brandy's going to get pissed. Any day now.
Now, if I remember correctly, Allie's the one that actually hurt Brandy in ROH. when she
think
got
so.
put on the shelf, because I remember it back when AEW first started, and they were going back and forth, and Brandy was being all snarky to her. So this could be, like you said, it could be a play. It's going to lead into a Brandy and Allie feud in the ring, and this is like Allie getting. Yeah, it's too
I
complicated.
just don't get
It
why
is.
QT
No, I'm just trying to give you
All
the
the talent
gist
on
on
the
like why
roster,
these two got
fine.
put together. Because QT is
Yeah.
basically having a midlife crisis, and he's just playing it out like hair plugs, Corvette, hot blonde, and it's all going to blow up in
Like
his face,
American
and everybody can
Beauty,
see it but him.
I
But
just
still, it's bad. It's ugly.
It really is. Yeah.
It really is. It was going to be my ugly too, to be honest.
I think it's so terrible. I keep trying to like blink it out entirely. I'm like, oh, that's not happening.
Like,
And
yeah,
then you guys bring it back up.
you guys already hit on my bad and my ugly. And we got Brucey's bad. Yeah. And obviously you can call it bad, you can call it ugly, but the unmasking of Phantasmo and NXT takes either one.
Agreed.
Takes them both. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that. That was horrible. I can't even sugarcoat it. That was horrible.
assholes.
So I don't know. Unless Wendy can remember whatever bad moment she had from Dynamite, I
Yeah.
think we can move on.
Yes.
Okay, and we're gonna move on to something that might actually give Brucey a little hope, because there has been a villain sighting lately. Not only on the last episode of Being the Elite, where they were talking about how they need somebody to come to bring us together, and we're missing something, and Marty's off in the distance in the hotel room, like, "Hi guys," and they don't even hear him, and they walk away, and he's like, "What the fuck?" There have also been reports that Marty Scurll will show up at Fyter Fest. And this will eventually lead to a working relationship between ROH and AEW. Now, obviously, we're not going to find out for sure until next week. These are just reports, so don't get too excited, Brucey. But do you think we will actually get to see the villain on TNT in the next few weeks?
If there is anything right in this world, it will happen.
He's like,
if
"Give me
anything,
what I want."
if anything good can happen at this time and age right now, is Marty Scurll showing up in an AEW ring. That would be amazing.
Could you imagine, like, if he gets Brian Cage and then the villain shows up in the middle of Fyter Fest? Brucey's never going to come out of the closet. Like, we'll never get him on another episode.
No.
He'll just be in there strapped up. Just nope, never coming out. Too good.
Martin's right up there.
Evan's got the strap.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
He's ready.
Again,
Whenever you're ready.
Unlike Brucey, and don't forget your spotter. Unlike Brucey, I'm being cautiously optimistic here. Like, I want to see it happen. I really do. But I'm realistically, I don't know, guys. I really don't. Like, I don't think.
Stop.
I know. I'm
Stop.
sorry. I just don't think it's going to happen.
No,
It would be great if it did, because it's going to open up a lot of doors for AEW between ROH, and then obviously Marty still makes his appearances like in Japan. That might help grease the wheels with them.
And this right here is why ROH put Marty Scurll in the position that he's in. Because this is what ROH needs to come out of the basement, needs to come out of the bottom of the grave before the dirt gets thrown on them. This is what they need. Marty's got him in NWA now, and
Which
now
is great.
now with his relationship with the Elite and Kenny and the Bucks and Cody is going to get ROH working with AEW and on AEW television.
Oh, since him mentioning Cody and NWA, this is a little off topic, but when he brought it up, it made me think back to that Twitter question we got last week about the TNT title and like people outside of the company, who would you want Cody defending it against? I know I had originally said Sting, which would be fun, but I think I have a better answer.
Flip Gordon.
We do Aldis versus Cody 3. Winner takes all.
Okay.
Whoever wins walks out with Charlotte and the TNT championship. Then you start a working relationship with NWA and AEW at the same time.
Okay.
I'm a fucking genius, aren't I?
Hey, the man.
After I've had a week to think about it, so the gears take a sec. But
Did you say a triple threat, or did you
no,
just
I said,
dude?
Aldis versus Cody 3. winner takes all.
Throw
Like,
Marty
TNT
in there and make it a
champions-
triple threat.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
only. That's the only time you'll ever hear me say make it a triple threat.
Nah.
Yes,
One-on-one.
we've seen it twice already.
I know, but we haven't seen it with all that's going
Bless you.
on. We haven't gotten
6
the
feet.
elite. We haven't gotten the elite and Strictly Business involved. We haven't
6
gotten
feet.
all that stuff. There's so many more bells and whistles we could add to it. So I want it to be the rubber match where winner takes everything. That's big fight feel. Like you put anybody else in it, and it's like it's like WWE the last few weeks where they tell you you're going to get these big one-on-one matches, and then when you get to them, they're somehow turned into a tag match. You're like, why?
Yeah.
To be honest, I could go either way, like just Aldis and Cody, or Aldis, Cody, and Scroll. It would be great either way for me.
Yeah, or you could say like winner defends the NWA title against Marty.
I want to see Flip Gordon come in and challenge Cody
That would be cool too.
That would be
because
cool.
that I fucking hate you, Flip. That whole thing, it never really culminated. It never really came to a head, and that right there is a way to make it all come together.
Right?
That
No, it
TNT
would, and it would
championship.
help. It would help to bring these other promotions together too, between NWA, ROH, AEW, like really get something started that you could get even more out of as far as wrestling fans go, and booking and everything. Like it's a win, 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 and it would all start with that one match. It would be great. But yeah, I'm holding out hope that Marty does show up in AEW. I want him to. I just don't know if he will.
I think he will.
I think he might, but I don't
It's
know.
time.
I don't want
Dude,
to get.
he was on
I don't want to go
BTE.
Brucey. Okay,
He
I
was
don't wanna
on-
be like,
listen.
no, fuck.
Listen, if he was on BTE, there's about a 97% chance it's happening.
That's true.
Because
That's
that
very
means
true.
he's been spending time with the Bucks. And here's another thing: who's to say ROH is going to make it out of this pandemic? Because they haven't been putting on shows.
No.
They haven't been doing anything.
Nope.
Yeah.
Who's to say they're going to make it out
Oh
of
God,
this?
could you imagine like ROH goes out of business and now all that talent is being pushed out the door and into other promotions?
Briscoes, come on over to AEW, to the greatest tag division ever.
Yeah, it is great. It might also be a little clogged the way they're putting everybody into it. Like
Yeah.
Best Friends had the next shot. Now they're putting that up against the Sex Gods at Fyter Fest. Then we've got, all these guys, Young Bucks and FTR and Havoc and Sabian and all these
And
guys.
the newest
fighting.
tag team coming.
Hmm.
The newest tag team in the making. Jelly and Sunny.
Ah, yes.
High
Sanella,
class
as I like to call them.
I said high class Jersey trash.
And by the way,
Class jersey.
there you go.
trash.
And by
I
the way,
love it.
Dustin,
Right?
if you happen to listen to this or watch this,
Happen.
Happened.
Even by mistake is
even
okay.
just accidentally click,
Stumble
if you
upon us.
happen to,
If you can make it
I
this
just want
far.
to tell you one thing. All this crap with QT Marshall, you would have never had to worry about with Sonny Kiss.
No. Mm-mm.
Facts.
I-
He's not
honestly,
middle-aged.
uh,
No complexes, no hair plugs, no
He
Corvettes.
has a nice car.
like
right?
the only
Has a
thing
nice car.
the only thing I can say, and the reason for Dustin not staying a tag team with Sonny, is because he's going away from the Gold Dust type persona and trying to be the natural.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
If
when
if
they
he
work
was
together-
if he still had
team,
that
man.
character like he did, that gimmick like he did as
Oh, yeah.
Gold Dust, oh my God, they would be so far over
The
the
team-
fucking moon.
the
They
team
would.
of Sundust would reign supreme.
Oh,
If that gimmick was still
Sunny Rhodes.
There you go. That works too. I like Sundust, but that works too. All right. So, Evan, what do you think? Are we going to end up seeing the villain at Fyter Fest, or is this just a lot of smoke and mirrors?
I think if there's ever like that perfect storm of opportunities, like Brucey mentioned, the pandemic has shut them down and they're desperate for buzz. They're desperate for attention. They need that payday. AEW, they got buzz. They're neck and neck in the ratings. This could be
And they're all inclusive.
getting Ring of Honor. They're telling you to mix in with your guys. that's a huge buzz. And if there's a
Yeah.
time to do it, I would say do it now.
Yeah. Now, if I could quote Tanahashi, the forbidden door has a crack. Are you going to walk through it, Marty? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Forbidden door's right there. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. I dare you. And she's just laughing because I keep saying forbidden door.
Yo, what's up, Robert?
Hey, Robert's in the building. How you doing, man? All right. I think Grandma Wendy waited on this yet, but I'm a little delirious too. Do you think Marty's gonna come through?
Oh
Or
yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that. I
Should
mean,
already be there.
yeah.
Okay, I thought you had more to add. All right, we're
No,
moving. Man.
I kind of,
Because,
well, no, I was gonna say, like, if he already showed up in BTE, and typically whenever someone shows up on BTE, look at Matt Hardy. He showed up on BTE, and where was he? Like, next pay per view, hey, what's up, you guys? I'm here. You know, exactly. So he'll be there, yeah.
Your logic is undeniable on that one.
and those are my 2 cents.
He shows up night 2 to challenge Cody on night 2 of
Fighter Fest.
Because night 1 he has his match with Hager.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's gonna be a good match.
That's gonna be a hell of a match.
You know what else is gonna be hella good? Brucey has some keep it or kill it's for us, and I can't wait.
Ooh, that's hot.
Brucey, hit us with some shit, man. I need some
You,
kill it's in my life.
you need some keep it or kill it's. Okay, here's
That's our thing.
that we haven't done in months.
Well, we
Think
hit
about it,
one
isn't it?
in the last episode, but we just haven't been doing it, and that's like one of our staples.
All right, here we go. Keep it or kill it. Adam Cole is going to go join his girlfriend in AEW after his contract expires because it's coming up very shortly. And them setting up him versus Karrion Kross, for me, I'm going to keep it. Even though, he is pretty happy where he is, but I'm going to keep it because I just want to see it happen.
All right, Brucey says keep it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I got to be honest, man. If him and Britt have been, on different promotions this long and it hasn't bothered them, I don't think he's going to leave. He's had it great in NXT. He's been champion for over a year. The Undisputed Era is the dominant faction in NXT.
Yeah,
Why would he then turn around and go to AEW to what? To like get beat down by the Inner Circle or feud with Kenny Omega? Like it doesn't feel like an opportunity, like a step up. It feels like he's kind of going sideways, maybe down. So I'm gonna have to kill this one. I think he's got. Yeah, he has choices, but I think his best choice is NXT at this point. Grandma Wendy, what do you think? Keep it or kill it?
I'm gonna say kill it. I'm gonna say he stays at NXT. He's got a lot of success going on there right now. So why leave it? Like, there's no point in leaving.
All right, the first lady's killing it too. Evil Evan, what do you think, bud? Keep it or kill it?
Kill it. I see Hunter and Sean and Vince and Road Dogg and Pritchard and whoever's back there at WWE. They're calling in the Brinks truck. They're backing it up with all kinds of money. They're gonna unload all they have to keep him because they see the money. They see the crowd. There's no crowds now, but when the crowds come, they're doing the boom with him and they're loving him. And Undisputed Era deserves a main roster, if you want to call it, a Monday Night Raw or a WrestleMania, if you have it, entrance. They deserve to come out to a huge ovation to 80,000 crowd.
On a tank.
How crazy that would be to hear everyone at WrestleMania go, boom!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially just recently, a week or so ago, we had the anniversary of the Nexus storyline, which got me reminiscing and thinking, how awesome would it be to do that with Undisputed Era? It's been a while. You have, whoever, Brian or whoever in the ring, and here comes Undisputed Era, just wrecks shop, tears apart Michael Cole. There goes Corey Graves through a table, ripping the ring apart, smashing the bell on the head, choking it with belts, whatever you got to do.
Even if they wanted to keep it,
letting him go.
Even if they want to
keep that belt too close to you.
Even if they want to keep it like familiar. Even if they want to keep it like familiar after Matt Riddle debuts on SmackDown, like
which is going to be never.
I know. I don't know when. I thought it was last week, but whenever he does, like maybe celebrating a victory in the ring, and all of a sudden you just hear, the Undisputed Era's music, and they come down, they wreck him, and they start ripping the ring up, doing all that shit that Evan was talking about. Like that would be a huge moment. So yeah,
listen to the crowd. you see all the shirts, you see the merch, the money that's being made. They're not gonna let that go.
No.
With Adam Cole gone, Undisputed Era, well, you can't really replace him. Who do you put in that role? You can't.
There's
It's a
nobody.
package deal.
Finn Balor. You know?
No,
No. Mm-mm.
it wouldn't
You know,
be the
from-
same.
From one club to another. I don't. I'm just saying.
It would
if
be
you
like
did-
that. If you put Finn Balor with the Undisputed Era because Adam Cole leaves, is like CM Punk taking over the Nexus.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not saying it would be the same. I'm just saying I'm answering the question. Like, if he
Yeah.
were to leave, who else would you put in there? That's the only one I can come up with.
Well,
Killing it.
Our boy Robert said, "Keep it." He said, "Keep that shit."
Okay, Robert,
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
that one's for you, dude. Now I think Brucey had another keep it or kill it too.
I've got a couple more. We can spread them out through the show, or what?
Are you sure? Okay.
We can spread them out. We'll have some fun with it. We'll spread it
We'll
out.
have some fun with it. That's fine. Let's see. Oh, the next one's a Throwback Thursday topic, which we were talking about in group a little bit because I can't remember who posted it in Facebook, but it was the whole thing about the Undertaker streak and him saying that he didn't feel like Brock needed it.
He didn't.
But somebody like Roman down the line might have. The question is Taker right, and should he have ever lost that streak to begin with?
Okay. No and yes. No, he shouldn't have fucking ever lost the streak. That is something that should have stayed with him. That was his legacy. That was his cement. That was his ticket to.
That was 20 years of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. like that right there. Yeah, when I saw that happen, that was basically like, hey, you just carried this company on your back for 21 years.
Mhm.
Now we're gonna have this big ogre that doesn't need this come and take a
And doesn't
giant
plan on
shit
sticking around.
and take a giant shit on everything you've done for 21 years.
Yep.
Pretty much.
He should be like 25-0 right now
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of like 24-1.
No, it's 2 now because he lost to Roman at WrestleMania 2.
Oh, that's right. That's
And
right.
that
that's
was the
right.
one that they were talking about in this
More tarnishing of the legacy.
in this series on WWE Network, The Last Ride, where he lost to Roman. He didn't feel like he could do it anymore, and that's when he put the coat. And
Yeah,
hat
that's
and
right.
everything
That's
in the
right.
ring.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Then he got his hip done, and he decided to come back. But no, I think you're absolutely right. Like, there's no reason that he should have ever lost that streak.
Oh,
There's no reason that Brock needed to take it. I don't think anybody should have. I don't care if you're Roman. I don't care if you're Bork. I don't care who the fuck you are. The man was literally the franchise of that company, and he did everything in his power to keep it going, to get other guys over, to do whatever was necessary, to win Monday Night Wars, to keep things going in dark times, to do whatever. He deserved to remain undefeated at WrestleMania. So I'm with Bruce where, as far as him not losing to Bork and him never losing this streak, as far as I'm concerned.
That's the fact, Jack. That's the fact, Jack.
so Robert shouted a couple things at us.
Okay.
He said Kevin Owens could take over the Undisputed Era. That I could get
Ooh.
behind. I could get
I like
behind that. I could get behind that. And then he said, he's talking about the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar match. He said it should have been a no contest. And that I could agree with. I
Yeah.
could have gotten behind a no contest because he still would have been undefeated.
He would have been, whatever 0-1, as in like one no contest draw, whatever. Even that, I would have been like, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense because it's Brock,
Mhm.
But even then, coming back in that loss to Roman Reigns, I don't care. It's like never should have happened, never, ever. The man worked too hard, did too much. Again, it was 21 years undefeated. Can something stay intact? Like, can we keep something that's actually worth it? That was, that somebody put their life into, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. Evil Evan, Wendy, you guys have a take on this? Do you?
I think if he really absolutely needed to lose, it should have been to someone with an up and coming career with a lot of potential, but not necessarily Roman Reigns.
Right.
Because
Or
Roman
even
gets pushed.
Even a Hall of Famer, even if it was like if he lost to Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, you're like, well, he's Mr. fucking WrestleMania. Of course he's gonna lose.
It makes
that
sense.
would make sense. Bork did not make any sense. Roman made even less sense. you know, it just
I think if it had been anybody, the dream match would have been the two pillars of the competitions. It would have been him versus Sting, and even if that ended in no
Yes.
contest, even if that was a no contest, they were the pillars and the cornerstones.
they were the
of
franchises of their
promotion.
respective companies.
Exactly. So that would have been a hell of a way for both of them to go, not the way they were sent off.
Yes. Yeah. And we didn't get that on account of Seth Rollins. So
Fucking Seth Rollins.
fuck you, Messiah.
Seriously.
All right, Evil Evan, you're save the best for last. Weigh in on this, homie.
I don't think he should have lost. Like he said, that streak should have been his legacy. It should have been one of the few rare things that WWE does not fuck with. And just let the man retire with the streak. Or, like Wendy mentioned, I got to go with Grandma because, Grandma never wrong. If you are going to end it, you go with the youngster. You go with someone who is going to benefit the most.
Mm-hmm.
You give the title, the whole moniker of I'm the one out of the 21, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
to the Brock Lesnar, who has like 30 other names. The Beast Incarnate,
right.
the blah, blah, blah. So
Bork.
another name is just another name.
Exactly.
But you have a guy like maybe Aleister Black defeat The Undertaker, and now he can hang that on his hat.
That would have been awesome.
One. You have someone like
Aleister Black,
Demon.
even
Demon is
maybe
the one. Like
I could maybe see
that.
I could maybe see like Bobby Lashley back when he first started.
Or like Robert just said, the Fiend. It would have been great to have.
Reigns, same thing, has already a big dog persona. You don't need to give the
stole the
win
big
to
dog
guys who are already over, guys who are already built up. Yeah.
Right. No, Wendy, you had
Taker should
something.
He should have gone 37-0, whatever, however many times he goes.
I'm with you, Wendy. You had something from Robert because I don't have the comments.
Robert said, "I could have booked Taker. I could have booked Taker losing to Bray that year. That actually would have been.
That would have the whole new face of fear thing that he had going, and then it came in and got squashed. Like that would have made sense because he was trying to become like the next in line.
Yeah.
And obviously, with all this Fiend stuff now and everything, like there's not been much that damn close to the Undertaker since. Maybe Karrion Kross is headed that way, but at that time, with Bray going in to fight the Undertaker and calling himself the new face of fear and what he had already accomplished, that might have been the right time.
Yeah, definitely.
Not Borg.
See that match. I would rather see them brawl up the ramp. And remember that time Bray came out with all those like crazy walking scary trees.
Oh,
you have the trees, like the trees can grab Taker and get involved, or like they come alive and like.
That would have been a trick.
Bewildered. You know what I mean? You could use the fear tactics, so that's why he lost something. But you did have Lesnar beat him. And
I gotta be honest. I thought maybe at least one of us, would disagree with where I was at on it, and
that was me. You thought, wasn't it?
I figured it'd be at least Brucey. Yes.
That's looking all around.
But yeah, I'm
bad decision, shitty company, whatever.
Yeah, bad booking, shitty creative.
That's what that was.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. Let's see. Oh, and Wendy brought up this whole thing about what Paige had said about Natty. What was it, like taking over for Becky?
Oh yeah, taking over for Becky. Yeah. A lot of great comments were brought up in that. My Jose even mentioned she went to Japan, and people forget that.
Mm-hmm.
And in Japan, it's not a cakewalk. It really isn't. Like you really have to cut your teeth out there. And she definitely did, and she rolled with some real tough ladies out there. And also, she's the only woman who came out of the Heart Dungeon, for fuck's sake. That also was not a cakewalk.
No.
I highly.
But it just seems to be Trump these days because my daddy was Ric Flair.
Yeah. But it's like, okay, great. Her daddy
Wonderful.
was Neidhart. Her uncles were
Bret Hart.
Bret and Owen. David Boy Smith. Her grandfather was Stu Hart. She has more heft to her name.
Oh
than
yeah,
Flair does,
the list of lineage goes on and on and on and on. And it's not anything.
Not riding those coattails.
I kind of agree with. She's not. I kind of agree with Paige, not just because she's hot, but she actually makes a point. The only thing that I would say, just playing devil's advocate, especially because I love her, is like, okay, we've got the belt on Asuka now. We saw what she could do with NXT. She could do the same damn thing on Raw. Why not let this girl run with it?
What are you coming out of the woodwork for?
She can carry Raw. She carried NXT for a couple of years undefeated. She can carry Raw for at least a few months, if not more. You know, you don't really need to, you know, immediately and you know, what happened to Shayna Baszler? Does anybody know where she went? Like, she's not back on NXT. She's not on Raw. What did they do?
What up, Jose?
Jesus. What is with all the video bombs, man?
Shayna Baszler stopped running after seeing that.
We can't hear you.
Speak into the microphone.
Here, let me turn it up.
Unmute myself.
Oh shit!
There. Now we
go.
might be able to hear him.
Now
Look,
I'm
it's-
getting booted out.
It's Eric Rowan's stunt double.
What's up?
I
He's not allowed to shave it.
I was just saying, she's thick. Thickies respect in this wrestling game.
Yes, that's
These
true.
thin chicks.
If she's thick, she should be an Impact where they get the push they deserve.
Thick
Anywhere
mama
else,
poop.
right? But not even just that. I mean, Ty is thick. You know, Rosemary has gotten kind of thick.
Impact's got some of the thickest.
Havoc is super thick.
Please, preach. Keep preaching.
You know, they even brought in the Virtuoso, and she's kind of thick.
Please keep going.
I'm thinking. There are a lot of thick chicks in Impact, man. So if Natty was there, she'd probably be a 12-time Knockouts champ. But she's in WWE, and they're like, nah.
But also, they need to get rid of that stupid cat ear gimmick thing that she has. Someone needs
True.
to work with her on her gimmicking skills. Because, girl, your gimmicks are as bad as.
Can we get like her own husband to
hair.
work on that? Because like he's a behind the scenes guy. He's a friggin' road agent. Can he come up with something better for his own fucking wife?
Seriously.
Unfortunately,
like-
I think like they're both cut from the same cloth. They're just too nice.
Could you imagine like me putting my wife on this show in like the old underdog Philadelphia Eagles mask? You know, the big German Shepherd with the tongue hanging out. Like, oh yeah, it's good gimmick. She'd be pissed.
Like if Natty
Never
could
work.
if Natty could dig deep and find that real nasty mean girl, she could be a fucking bomb ass heel.
She needs to let that Neidhart come
You
out.
saw her at
'cause the
WrestleMania. What came
Anvil-
out of that? What came out of the Royal Rumble? What came
That
out
was-
of the Royal Rumble?
Mhm.
Took that in ring.
That was her Neidhart.
The real nasty Regina George mean girl bullshit. She could right there.
But she needs to let that Neidhart come out because the
I got a simple
Anvil
solution.
was an angry motherfucker, man.
What's your simple solution?
I have a very simple solution.
What's your simple solution?
What, she grows one of those beards like the Anvil had?
She basically needs a tag team.
Yeah, because when she was with Beth Phoenix, they were the glam was all
Yeah.
So,
legit.
and the closest one we have, and I know she needs some polish, is what's her name that never got her story finished? Like they just gypped us.
Which one?
Which one?
There's
Yeah,
a few
I
of
know,
them.
I know.
Yeah, there's a few.
She's blonde. She kept doing those stupid.
Oh, okay. Blonde.
Liv.
Okay.
Liv Morgan?
Liv Morgan.
Morgan.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
just kind of disappeared. Just bye.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, Liv Morgan needs a rebrand. So does Natty.
Yeah.
She's already been
You know
rebranded.
what? As
They
much
need
as
to
like,
finish it with Natty.
and look, Liv Morgan has proved that she can go into the dark side a
Oh,
little.
yeah.
True.
She can definitely wear some
That's-
patent leather.
And
That's-
she was giving us hints that they were going to rebrand her in a darker way.
Mhm. And then they changed it
Yes.
last minute.
Yeah, and they
Now
changed
she's
it last minute to
Now
do that
she's a
stupid.
struggling millennial trying to figure out her place in life.
Yeah,
right?
instead, and then
That's
that-
that's after she's a lesbian because she loves Lana.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, she's bisexual.
Bye.
you
Okay,
know?
she's bi because obviously Enzo, but does Enzo
Oh.
count?
That counts as a bad mistake.
But like, look, rebrand and bring them back out. They
I'm
can
gonna
be.
say it now, and I don't give a fuck.
Look, they do need a
Enzo's
tag team.
bitch.
Like a lot, the female tag team is not that strong. What do we have? The
The Iconics.
the Iconics,
They're fucking awesome.
Um,
who are actually a tag team. Like sometimes annoying, sometimes they're not. They are
Okay.
officially a female tag team.
The only.
They've
The
known
only-
each other
they're the only
real
forever. They have that
They are.
rapport.
Everyone else is just lumped together.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only reason Asuka and
Kyrie saying
Kyrie were tag team is because they didn't know what to do with the 2 Japanese chicks.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much.
And because Paige needed something to do in the back. So, hey, go manage this team.
So
And
if
that-
you really want to beat AEW and like put and actually build up this women division of tag team, dude, stop killing your tag team division and actually start
Yep.
a brand of tag team.
Yep.
Those belts were a waste of fucking time with the way they treat tag team
I
wrestling
know.
over there.
It's-
And
as a
dude,
whole,
they
really.
really could have some amazing pairings. I mean, Evan brought it up earlier. There's a lot of females that you could put
Well,
together
that's
and
the
make
problem,
amazing
like-
real tag teams.
No,
and
that's
keep
true.
them together.
The biggest problem is whether it's females or males, tag team wrestling is like, oh, we'll take a singles match and turn it into a tag match with random
Yeah.
people,
We'll
and then we'll get
tag along it.
the real tag teams to go bowling and play basketball and throw axes and do all this dumb
Yeah,
shit other than
it's
wrestle.
dumb.
Robert said, "Wait, Enzo is straight."
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, Enzo. I'm a certified G and a bona fide psycho. You're a bitch. Let's get this clear. And I don't give a fuck. I'll say it to your face.
But
Put it on
a lot
Twitter.
of people actually, a lot of these old heads need to come and like actually look. If you want to be a tag team, you have to just be 100 with it. Like there's a lot of people that are still doing tag teams, like the Young Bucks, and what is it? What do they go by now?
FTR,
Revival.
Oh, yeah.
FTR.
FTR.
PR, and they all say we've decided that when we started training together that we were going to stick as tag team
Right.
together. And
Right.
that thing is like, look, you're great, you're making mad money being a tag team. The Iconics know that because I don't want to see them separate. They
Oh.
their gimmick works with them. And Natty is too nice, and she actually the only time that we actually were backing her up is when she had a tag team and they were working together and
Yeah.
was actually cleaning up, and people were like,
I mean,
oh
you talk about people getting like stuck with shit gimmicks. I don't think there's a shittier gimmick than I'm the farter.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, when they stuck Natty with that.
Like that's basically what WWE thinks about the Hart lineage between the
and dude,
Screwjob,
if you
Owen
also-
Jeff,
disrespect.
I'm a
also,
farter.
Beth Phoenix
Like fuck the
needs to
Harts.
teach
That's
these
pretty much it.
chicks- Beth Phoenix needs to teach these chicks about toughness, because if we remember that WrestleMania,
Oh, she was split open. Her melon was like,
Yeah.
she was
Oh,
still
yeah.
out there like, I don't give a fuck.
Whole back of her head.
dude, she was
blood
fighting
red.
refs off that were like,
She
yo,
was.
you're
She
bleeding,
was.
and she
I'm
was
like,
She's
nope,
like, I
nope,
don't
I'm
care.
good.
She
I'm
went
good.
straight up Jesse Ventura. I ain't got time.
Time to bleed.
and that's the thing is, both Natty's fought injured,
Yep.
and it's because both these broads have actually been trained in the old style of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like, I can't be like as disappointed as I am with Natty. I'm like, I still have to respect her.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, no,
She can actually
definitely.
go.
I
She
got a
can
feeling.
definitely, she can carry Raw if they give her the opportunity and they give her the time and they let her work a story
She
and do
could.
what she
Yes.
needs to do. She
could.
could run the women's division
No,
on
I
Raw
gotta be
or
honest, guys.
SmackDown.
All of that.
I gotta be
But you
honest,
know what?
guys. I think we all collectively have more respect for Natty in our pinkies than WWE does as a whole, like just in general. Because she's a damn good wrestler. She's got a damn good backstory, a damn good lineage, and either you're the cat lady or the farter.
Yeah. And that's
The
it.
fuck?
And I'm so glad that they're both in the past.
And
Too.
at the same
Sorta.
time, it feels
The
kind
cat
of
lady's
weird.
still around.
It feels weird that WWE ignores the past of Asuka or
Mhm.
or Natty or any other women that they've brought in from other places, and then go, oh, but we have what's her name? What's her favorite? The fighter, the cage-
Shayna?
Shayna Black. I'm
Shayna
like,
Baszler.
Shayna Baszler.
Where the hell did she get that from?
I don't like her. Shayna, you have Shayna Baszler, who you're like, oh, she's a pit bull, but your whole roster is soft chicks.
Right?
Man,
I mean,
Fair.
I completely understand what you're saying, especially with Asuka. When you're a woman of Asuka's size and you can have a match with Suzuki and get thrown around like a friggin' ragdoll and power bombed and suplexed like a man,
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, that ought to count.
show
for
her some
something.
friggin' respect.
yeah.
Well, that's what I was
Absolutely.
saying. Asuka could carry Raw too. It's nothing against Natty. It's just I know she can because I've seen those matches. I know where she came from.
Mhm.
That match was
But you don't
Suzuki
care
was
because she didn't
brutal.
come from
That was,
WWE.
Oh my God.
You know, you didn't
I almost
find
felt
her.
bad for her.
It was, yeah, I almost did too. But like,
Almost.
you know, WWE didn't find Asuka when she was an embryo before she ever hit any other scene. So now we have to just kind of make her this gimmick, this joke, this whatever. And you don't fucking need to. You need to make her a badass the way you made Shayna Baszler or Ronda Rousey or whoever.
If you want, if the thing is, they're still trapped on this, but we want ladies. And it's like, look, dude.
Oh yeah, because that Charlotte Flair.
I'm
That's
here to
fucking
watch
lady.
wrestlers. I don't care what gender they are. I'm here to watch wrestlers.
Exactly. I don't give a shit. It's can you wrestle? Are you
And
good?
that's where AEW is got them. Like AEW, we were talking about it in the thread, and like during that 6-woman tag on Wednesday, like, God damn, this women's division is actually starting to pick up
like,
and is starting to get good and is
like how
starting to catch
deep and
fire
how good
and
is
get
that
a ball
division?
rolling.
Where it
And
began?
not just AEW. If you look at the women in NWA, like
Yes.
Oh yeah.
not all
Thunder
ladies, for
Rosa
example.
especially.
You got some tough broads in there. Is what you got. You look at where's ODB right now? ODB was never a fucking lady. All right, let's be real.
Never.
All right, she never
Not
knew how
for
to
a
be
second.
a fucking lady. She
Even
is
at her wedding with EY.
toughest-
That was
she's
awesome.
The toughest broad, okay, is what she is. She is a straight broad, and she can go, right? And we respect everything. But WWE doesn't want to look at these broads. They just want the ladies that can be cute. And
That's why all the thick chicks are
Okay,
also
you know.
in Impact, because
So
they can
like-
go and they're tough. And Impact's like, yeah, look at them. They really are tough. They really can go. Who gives a shit if they're if they're ladies? You're looking for wrestlers. We have them.
some tough ass bitches.
They really are.
Robert made a good point about Asuka. He said Asuka paid her dues in that match with Suzuki.
Yep. Yeah.
She
really.
and he also
paid her
said,
dues in full.
He definitely cut her teeth in that one.
He also
Oh,
said Asuka
few other
wanted
things, too.
He also said Asuka wanted Suzuki to be extra stiff with her. She asked for that shit.
Because she's a
She
badass.
said, "Hey, Suzuki, kick the living shit out of me in this
Because
match."
she's a badass. That's what I'm saying. If we're gonna promote Ronda and all these other UFC girls as badasses,
Exactly.
even like Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir are supposed to be badasses. Asuka is 10 times the badass that both of them are. So promote her that way. Book her that way. Stop being so fucking stupid and giving us these corny little ding gimmicks. I'm sick of that shit. So you know who else is a badass who actually did fight in cages and knows MMA and jiu-jitsu? Shinsuke Nakamura. And you still got him over here just doing whatever the fuck with whoever the fuck.
He's
makes
a
him badass.
He's a bodyguard for a valet.
Yes. Makes him fucking badass. This man
You have the
stood-
Swiss Superman
I know you remember.
and
I know
the
you guys
rock
probably
and roll
remember.
god of Japan.
Right.
Bodyguards for the valet holding a no longer holding a belt.
No longer, yes.
But
that's
the
thing, I know
valet,
you
because he
guys
doesn't
probably-
wrestle. Like, as much as people were like, oh, but Brock. Dude, when Brock gets in, at least he wrestles. And I know I'm not a Brock fan, but dude, you went into a
No,
ring
that's
and you
what I'm
did
saying.
a whole
Like-
musical chair scenario.
Go back to Japan. Go look for the match where Shinsuke took on Brock, like damn near in his prime.
That was-
and he
yeah,
stood
that
toe to
was
toe with him. He went move for move with him. He lost by that much. That fucker is a badass, and you make him into this odd ass gimmick. Sami Zayn is another one of those guys. He's a tremendous wrestler. He's tough, but you make him into this little pussy valet instead. Why?
Punk ass bitch.
Why? Did anybody see Cesaro in PWG outside
He
of
should
my
just
man
put the-
Evil Evan?
he
He
should
was
just
a
put the wrestling mask
badass.
back on.
He was an absolute badass.
Generico.
Not in WWE.
El Generico.
El
Just
Generico.
go back and be Generico.
Ole,
you
ole,
missed the
ole,
lucha
ole.
talk already, Jose.
Huh?
We went on a lucha tirade at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, we really did. We really did.
All the matches.
You know, since we're bringing up Impact so much, I know we probably all saw that Slammiversary commercial with all the released talent that was in it. And then when they booked their main event for Slammiversary, it's a 5-way between like Tessa and Ace Austin and Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards and I think Trey from the Rascals. And you're thinking,
So yeah.
wait, if you just promoted all these guys at Slammiversary, how come none of them are in your main event? And we already know.
We're showing up.
We already know.
Ah.
We already know for sure because they promoted Spud, and obviously Spud will not be there.
No, sir.
Yeah.
I think that's the answer that we're all looking for because they're not going to be there. We just wanted to make you think they'll be there so we can get some pre-orders on this pay-per-view.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'm looking at it, and I'll just give it one quick.
hold on,
survey
hold on.
That's the number one answer.
Hold on. You segued into one of my keep it or kill it's by saying that.
Oh
So-
shit! Go ahead.
So keep it or kill it. All the released minus Spud will be at Slammiversary.
Kill it.
I'm gonna say kill it.
We
What do you
everybody
got,
else?
All,
Jose?
maybe some, but not all.
No, but he said all.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe some will show, but not.
We might get Eric Young. Maybe Mike Bennett. Maybe if he decides he doesn't want to go back to ROH or if they fold, because he's got a good thing where he could start the Kingdom up again, you know, but that might be a little bit more enticing than anything Impact. The rest of them I don't see. I just don't see Miro. I don't see Guns and Gallows.
Is your sofa, dude?
Cause
It won't be all of them. It just won't.
It's about to go to the main roster.
They're having like
He's talking about Matt Riddle.
Are you guys ready for him to get buried?
No.
Are you ready for Matt Riddle to get buried and humbled?
Listen,
Fuck no.
I wish I could reach through this screen right now. No, I'm not.
The old man, the old man does not like rebellion. He's going,
No, obviously not.
No, you cannot break the stallion, bro.
dude. That guy's gonna quit. Like, because once he brings him
Yeah.
up, the only reason he's bringing him up is because Triple H can't protect him.
That's a good point.
NXT is Triple H's baby.
That's a good point.
Once he's in Vince McMahon's house, either blue or red,
Your ass is mine. No chance.
it's humbling time. And then the old man could just be like, "Oh, he just couldn't cut it."
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. He
It's
can come over.
upsetting me.
There's room in AEW for him.
Well, I know. I do feel you on that.
Another WWE guy, God, Bruce.
Dude,
Oh God.
No, I consider him a progress guy.
I'm so glad.
I agree.
I'm just happy Cody has.
You know, Vince will just be like, "Oh, I terminated him yesterday. He wasn't good shit."
I was so sad. Like every time, man, Cody was like basically the "I'll get you over" guy, and I'm like, "Stop, Cody. Like you're a good dude. Just give yourself a belt for
Stop.
Just give yourself one belt.
Get yourself something.
And,
Win one match at a pay-per-view that isn't against your brother. Do that.
Robert, no, Bobby Roode did not get released. He is still working for WWE. I am
Yes, he
actually surprised they didn't get rid of him.
Right?
But at the same time, is this like one of those things where they're like keeping him in their back pocket just for a
Yeah,
little bit, and then gonna let him loose? I
You know
don't
what's
know.
gonna
I
happen?
doubt it.
You know what's going to happen?
Oh,
if he
dude.
still got contract
Speaking of
left,
someone that was like
Bobby Roode is
hoisted
going
up
to
and then just brought back down.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but Bobby Roode, if he still got some years on his contract, he will become the next EC3, where you know he's there and you rarely see him,
Yeah,
and they just
yeah.
bury him somewhere for years.
He's
Until
already there.
He's already there.
There, yeah.
But it's you think back before pandemic, he was in that whole storyline with King Corbin and Dolph going after the Usos and Roman,
Dude,
the dogs.
anything King. If I see King Corbin,
It will be
anywhere
even less.
or anybody, it's the black mark.
Oh
that
yeah.
that damn crown is the curse.
Ugh,
Reversing it. He's
he
just
is
like
the
anybody
king.
he touches.
the
me
king of
lower
And
it.
douche.
look at Elias. Elias got injured real fucking badly by him, didn't he?
Yeah. No, Baron Corbin is the king of douche. That's beyond
King of turds.
debate.
I'm just glad he finally listened to my tweets and shaved. You know.
Robert sent something out again. This dude, Robert, you're on fire tonight, bro. You're on fire. Yes, I would love to see Matt Riddle versus Jake Hager in an AEW
yeah.
ring.
That would be
my
fucking
God.
Oh wait, I gotta wait
Oh,
for the
you know
stuff
what?
to die down.
You know
Let me
what?
get
If
this
it does,
in right
if,
quick.
if
Let me
I
give
get one
Robert
thing,
another
hold
one.
on.
Hang on.
Oh.
Let me give Robert one of these.
Give it to him.
That's hot.
That's hot.
You know who I
Robert.
would like? Hold on. If we get this, at least we get this. At least, please, wrestling gods, give us this. Riddle versus Shinsuke.
Yes.
That too.
Riddle versus
that's hot.
Shinsuke.
That would be
That's
fucking legit.
Please,
I don't have a problem.
please,
Please, before you kick him
Please.
out, before you piss him
before
off,
you,
get him
please, just
in the
give
ring
us
with
that.
Shinsuke once and just let those
what?
two go at it.
Oh,
Fight
Oh.
pit. Fuck it.
Oh shit! Oh please, cage. Throw a cage down. I don't. Oh.
I don't care.
Be excused to the closet.
Let him fight and
Yo,
kill.
Hey,
spot you.
Evan's got a belt for you.
Evan's ready for you.
Spot me, my man.
I mean, I
Spot
can
me.
take my belt off, but you know,
Oh.
I've had to tighten the belt because I'm doing the Eli challenge and my gut's going away. But I can take it off.
Yes.
Winnie the Poohing it over here.
Absolutely, Brian. When Corbin comes on TV, the ratings go down.
Yup,
Way
yup.
down. Nobody has changed the channel faster for any man in history than Baron Corbin. Fact.
So I gotta confess to you guys. You know, I promised you guys I would start doing my homework and watching Raw and everything. So I have stuff in my back pocket for this show.
Mhm.
I didn't even make it through an hour of Raw. I couldn't.
I don't know if any of us did. Like Wendy and
None of
I.
us do.
Wendy and I
I
started
always just-
the discussion thread in Facebook on Monday, and at first it was kind of lively. We were both in it. We were both having a good time. I think she nodded off before 10, and I might have nodded off 15 minutes later. When I came to, it was like I was coming off a bad drug. Just wait, where am I? What the fuck just happened? Like what? Did I see Apollo Crews somewhere? Like I don't know.
I honestly legitimately can't remember anything that happened on Raw.
The only thing I can remember is they went out
Apollo
of their
Crews is
way.
on Raw, and I'm actually excited for.
Like that's
Yeah.
I enjoy on
But
Raw.
they went out of their way to try to set up a number one contender for Apollo after the whole, oh, we're going to put him in the ring with Owens. No, it's going to be a tag
Oh.
match.
What's his name?
And all it led to was a
Bobby
rematch
Lashley.
at Backlash between Apollo and Andrade. But you know, there's no instant rematches anymore. They just so happen to appear out of thin air as we get closer to a pay-per-view. Right. Thanks for listening.
Brian said the first hour of Raw puts him to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Brian. I love that dude, our defending NXT champion. It really
What do you
did.
guys
He was
think
there
of?
with us.
What do you guys think of Bobby Lashley? Now they're trying to make him into this unstoppable monster.
I fucking love it because that's what he should
I-
be.
Yeah.
I love it. I just hope it's not too late.
I love the whole beatdown clan on Raw from
I don't
Impact.
think it's too late though. I'm gonna have to.
I
just-
don't think it is.
Yeah,
Look
I don't
at
think
him.
It's too late. And
You know?
it's perfect timing.
I just feel.
I don't know.
Imagine,
I'm gonna go like when he started doing the monster thing. I immediately just thought about the master of the master lock.
Yeah.
How fast did that gimmick die?
That's true, but with Bobby, you actually believe it, and he can actually wrestle.
Dude,
Chris
that guy was
Masters-
jacked. What the
He
guy
was, but he
Chris
was also
Masters.
a
Yeah.
big, slow, just lump. Where Bobby Lashley can actually work in the ring.
Yeah.
You know, he's got that badass background of like I used to fight. You know,
Oh,
as a
hold on.
soldier.
Hold on,
I'm in the
hold on.
cage. I'm
What?
doing all this good
You know
stuff.
what?
What?
Another one. Bobby Lashley versus Riddle.
Ooh,
That'd be good. A little
good.
bit of size there, but that would still be good.
Ah,
I'm,
still
the
too
only
cage.
thing.
Jose,
The only
6
thing.
feet. 6
The only
feet,
thing
Jose.
that gets the only thing
Sorry.
that gets me is
Breathe it in.
after all this with Drew winning the Rumble and beating Brock and beating the Big Show, doing all this shit, he may end up actually losing his title before a crowd ever shows up.
Yep.
That would just be sad. I mean, I'm not
That
saying
would
they
piss me
shouldn't
off.
do it. I'm saying that would just be sad for him after everything he's come through to never even be able to walk out to an actual crowd with a title on his shoulder. That would suck.
He'll get the opportunity.
It's
My
nothing
thing
against
is-
Bobby. It's not like it's nothing.
I think-
Nothing else. It's just
I think he has a chance if they just get rid of Lana. Like we
Yeah,
need
they
to
did.
cut- No, we need to cut like sever the time. Like no,
Oh, just sever it entirely.
I don't want to see her. I don't want to her popping up anymore. Just
oh, it's gonna happen.
Lady Judgment moment here. What's up with that makeup, girl?
I didn't.
Raggedy ass. The girl. Contouring. Her contouring is like so jacked, and it's like she's bordering on blackface. I'm like, oh, honey, no.
Oh, boo boo, no.
no.
Why are you pounding
All right,
on
Lady
that
Judgment
makeup
time is
anyway?
done.
Like you're not a bad looking person. What do you need 10 pounds of makeup?
It
in
looks
the
like
roller
she's
for?
rubbing her face on Bobby before he goes out, and she's like, oh, hold on, okay. Like, oh, honey, no. All right, that's my Lady Judgment. I'm done with judging.
Man, Latina heat is on fire.
I'm just really judgy tonight. I'm just judgy. I'm like a feral raccoon.
Judge away.
you know the funny thing is though this guy brought MVP up, and I'm like, I find MVP annoying.
I kind of do too, but I like that whole, he's got that history with Bobby Lashley and Impact, and he's kind of brought that side out of him from when he was the Destroyer there, and kind of gotten Lana out of the story as much as possible, which I love him for. Like, you can be annoying all you want because you're not on that Lana level, so please continue to do what you do.
I think he needs to take a note from Taz and just be a valet. Like, dude, I don't want to see you wrestle. Like,
yeah.
Okay, that I can get with. If he strictly valeted or like strictly managed, I would much prefer.
Well, again, it goes back to what I said, where you can't have like the Profits fighting the Viking Raiders. You got to have Lashley and MVP fighting both those teams in consecutive weeks while they go bowling or while they throw axes or whatever the fuck they're doing this week.
They go mini golfing.
It's like, can we get serious about tag team wrestling? I don't care what you say. Dynamite led off with 3 straight tag team matches. I have not been that entertained in a long fucking time.
Oh, dude.
Agreed.
Get serious about your tag team wrestling. You have the talent. You have the time.
AEW's kicking it up.
Yeah.
They have the Butcher and the Blade.
Mm-hmm.
FTR.
They have FTR.
P&P.
Private Party.
The
Private
Bucks.
Party. The Bucks. Kenny. Right now
Lucha
they
Bros
have.
eventually.
Yeah. Dude,
they got Best
they're
Friends.
stacked.
I mean, they have a huge tag team division, and they don't mind throwing 3 tag matches in a row because
that was awesome. And they were 3 great tag matches.
They were wonderful. They were great. I ate it up. It was just, more please.
By the
singles
way,
match, okay.
By the way, I'm loving Matt losing his mind every time.
Yes,
I said that already. Yes.
I'm
I'm loving the faces of Matt Hardy.
I must step into this ring. It must be documented.
So
Matt Hardy is becoming the Mick Foley of AEW. We have like the
It's the
faces
best.
of Hardy.
It's the best.
I love it.
I'm gonna mash you up and eat you like mofongo. It's the best.
Mofongo.
Mofongo.
So I got 2 things that I wanted to bring up and kind of talk about. It just kind of popped into my head just talking about everything.
Okay.
Did you guys see the quote from major podcast, Zack Ryder and Hawkins?
Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona. Sorry,
the one where WWE called him to use his pool.
No,
Yeah,
they didn't even call him. They
called
asked
Chelsea.
They called Chelsea, and Chelsea asked him.
It's his house. They called Chelsea.
You just fucking fired me, and you want to use my pool to
You're
film?
not even asking me. You're asking my girlfriend. Get the fuck
Could you
out.
imagine?
No.
Oh, bitch, you can't
Can
use
we-
my pool. You can
Hold
suck
up, hold
my
up.
dick.
Can we flip that for a second? Could you imagine, like, if AEW fires Darby Allin and then calls Priscilla Kelly to say, "Hey, can we use your backyard for another segment?"
Right? I'm like, you can suck my dick. That's what you can do. Suck the farts out my ass.
That should have been.
The reason he didn't
Get the
lose
fuck
is because he was like, my girl is still there. I can't do anything.
Yeah, you gotta be cordial.
I gotta be cordial.
Evan, what do you feel about that scenario, dude? Like, you've been sitting there just sucking everything in, man. I want to hear what the evil one has to say on this.
Yeah, definitely a dick move. Nothing more to say about it. Yeah, that's bullshit, right? Like, you're
Short,
not gonna
sweet, and
fire a
evil.
guy
ladies
and
and
be
gentlemen.
like, by the way, since you don't got a job, you're gonna be sitting at home in the pool anyway. Let's film. I want that.
Could you
Oh my
imagine,
God,
like,
yeah.
you're Matt Cardona, you're in your pool, you're kind of chilling, getting ready to do your podcast or something, and all of a sudden the camera crew comes in, they're like, "Oh, Chelsea said it was cool." I'm like,
No, my dude.
bitch, what are you doing to my house?
That's like my old job giving me a call and saying, "Hey, can you come in and train this new guy? We don't have no one to do it." Like,
No, my dude.
Right,
no.
like, didn't you fire
Here's
me?
a straw.
Like,
Suck the farts out my
no.
ass.
There you go. Here's a straw.
Hey, I know I let you go. I have diarrhea. I'm just gonna destroy your bathroom. Is that
cool?
Is that cool?
I've been drinking. I feel like I'm gonna puke. I know we broke up. Can I come in and use your bathroom real quick?
Seriously.
Like, fuck. No. Hell
you're
no.
just a couple blocks away from the bar that I drink at. So.
Now, the one topic that I know we have left that we haven't discussed yet is this petition that's been going around online.
Yes.
And it's not the Nia one, because we're gonna keep her out our mouths if we can't.
Yeah, we're not gonna discuss that.
That's a dead horse. It's the petition going around basically asking to keep Charlotte Flair out of title contention. Because if you go over the last
oversaturation.
Because if you go over the last year, over the last year,
66 title matches. 66.
You know what
66
happened?
in a
You know what
year.
ruined it? You know what ruined it?
What
And I
ruined it?
told you this last time. What ruined her title run is when it got out that she was promised things.
Yeah.
When the fans found out that she was promised things, no one was behind her title reigns.
Nope.
They were like, "Oh, she's getting another one."
But again, like, you know, you can point back to lineage and say, well, you know, she's the daughter of the Nature Boy. She's blah blah blah, and it's like, okay, great. So then why is Natty
Orton's
buried?
is a third generation. Is he getting promised shit? No, he's just a workhorse. He barely belts.
Natty is most definitely legacy, and she is on Mount Jobmore.
Right? We stuck her there in the interview with Scorsese. Shout out to him, by the way.
What did the Nature Boy give a blowjob to the old man?
I don't know. I really
And
don't.
is that why he's like, you know, out of all the four horsemen,
Oh, the Four Horsemen, such good shit.
the Nature Boy, he treated me right.
That Nature, good shit. You know, it's just it's
And if you
odd
think of,
to
like,
say the
other-
least.
If you think of
honestly-
other legacy wrestlers in other promotions, they're not treated the same way.
No.
She had to fight her way up, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like everybody, but you know, and I'll be brutally honest. Did anyone else sign the petition? Because I did. Me and Bruce. The dynasty approves.
Yeah.
No more title matches for Charlotte.
So Robert brings something up, you know, and we actually haven't even touched on it. And I read about it, and you know, it kind of blew my mind because I thought he was doing better than what came before him. But
Listen, why we go live?
Paul Heyman is no longer head of Monday Night Raw. Bruce Pritchard now runs both shows.
Now, did that happen as of last week, or is it moving forward?
Moving forward.
Can I say, at least we don't have to like do cuck stories anymore.
That's true, but at the same time, have you watched SmackDown lately? If Raw is
The only
Is
thing that
SmackDown
was
still on?
the only thing
Exactly.
that's good on
Like,
SmackDown hasn't been on SmackDown because he just had another kid.
right, but if
Oh, yeah.
Raw is bad, SmackDown is just garbage. It's a fucking abortion every damn week. Like I usually record other shows. Sometimes people in this group are on it, and I do Friday nights, and then I try to catch up on YouTube TV, and I spend more time skipping than watching. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, no, I don't give a shit about Otis and Mandy anymore. Why does she look like Jamie Presley? What the fuck is going on with the jean outfit?
Oh shit! Is
Move
that
along.
story still going?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's what they needed. That's what they needed Matt Cordona's pool for that whole Otis skit where he comes out of the pool and he rips off his shirt.
Man,
Well,
I knew that. I just thought that was in the past.
No.
Still going. Still going. She's still dressed like Jamie Presley from like My Name is Earl.
Yep. Yep.
She kind of has the same makeup too.
Yeah.
Kinda. It's weird. It's so bad. It's like going back before they went to Fox, you almost thought SmackDown was the A show because they were bringing it. They were bringing
It
it.
really was.
And Raw was garbage. And
They went to
now-
Fox and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just right down the
That's
goddamn
accurately
drain.
put, Bruce Lee.
Yes.
can I just say that their entrance ramp got even uglier when they made the move?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
True.
Like those 6
It's still good.
things, like what the fuck's the point? What do they do?
I
So you walk out one side of them, and then they see you walk, and then you come up them. If you're gonna have something like that, make them come up behind the fucking stage and walk straight through the fucking thing.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, people gave
Kind of retarded.
people were so weirded out when like Double or Nothing came on and AEW had the double ramps, like the double tunnels leading to the
oh
ramp.
yeah.
Okay, if that's bad, what is SmackDown? Because like, ugh. I don't know how else to put it. Just, bleh.
Brian said SmackDown is just putrid. I thought it was supposed to be better when it got to Fox. We
all
agree. We
did.
thought it was
Yeah,
supposed to
we all
be
did.
better.
We agree.
We all thought that.
We all
They were
was-
the A show,
we've all
and then
been
they got
let
their
down.
Fox deal, and it was like, all right, flush that toilet down the drain. Brrr.
It was literally supposed to become like an NC-17 show when it went to Fox. It was supposed to become
That's what was reported.
like when they said it was supposed to become like more real. Like I
Yeah.
thought they meant like
'Cause
they're gonna
what's-
have blood and they're gonna
Right.
flip people. They were gonna be like AEW.
No, it's going to be
is.
real
but
because
no,
they're going to pour dog food on Roman Reigns.
They forgot the second
We're
part of
gonna
that
have drunk
statement. It's going to
driver
become
storyline.
real boring.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Evil Evan. What did you say, bro?
We're gonna get real shitty drunk driver storyline.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
did you-
real.
Yo, I read also another
We're going to forget about the hacker, too,
Spoiler.
while we're at it.
another
Yeah,
article.
dude, the hacker.
Another article that I read, and I know I take these things with a grain of fucking salt because you can
Mhm.
never believe what's right and what's wrong. But something that I read, there's a skit this Friday with Jeff Hardy and Sheamus where Hardy's getting drug tests and then throws a cup of piss on Sheamus.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be real. Give it to him. Just right in O'Doyle's face. Just
I feel so. The you know, it's sometimes I feel the WWE does these things where I'm like, okay, you know what? Respect people's personal lives. Like that shit's kind of messed up. Like, what is it? When, Baszler told Natty you'll never have children. I was like, oh,
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm not, dude. I know you're trying to be bad,
too real.
but I'm over
Let's
here like,
question it.
stop. Like,
too real.
no. And you could tell like she was trying to like act, but I'm like, no, that's really hitting you. Like,
No, that you could see it in
I
her
was
face.
like, damn.
I was like,
It's that Simpsons moment.
And then
where
now,
if you
like, they're doing
slow-mo
this
it,
Matt
you can
Hardy-
pinpoint
you're-
where her
Matt
heart
Hardy's
broke.
is drunk.
Jeff, yeah.
I'm
Jeff.
like, dude, stop. Like, this
It's
is
been a lifetime struggle. Like
The only
no.
way-
Yeah. And
The
it's
only
not
way-
something that should be-
The only way that any of this can be saved is if the hacker pops back up and shows footage of like Sheamus somehow causing the accident and like pouring the alcohol, planting the bottle, and running off. And
I'm
that's
so
why
sick
Jeff
of
was
that.
chasing after him and ended up like laid out wherever after the accident happened. That is the only way that you can save this somehow. Is if Sheamus set him up to basically get him out of WWE and make him look like a joke.
also
or an
great
addict like
way
he's
to
been
bury
calling.
two wrestlers.
Right?
Yeah.
'Cause-
No. You remember all those promos Sheamus was cutting on
Yeah,
the way back?
Right, you just threw it right in the garbage.
He
The
was going to be
Celtic
more
Warrior
dominant
back.
than ever. And all he did was like bully around little guys and pick on Jeff Hardy since he came back. It's like, wow, yeah, more dominant than ever, O'Doyle. You fucking rule. You know?
O'Doyle's
Doyle's
rule.
rule.
Okay then.
I got a feeling your whole family's going to get to come up with this.
Suntan lotion. You protect.
Wow, Stu.
Stu.
Stu. Oh, he goes, thank God there's not a Titantron for Jeff to fall off like
Oh fuck. Shit. Oh.
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 Stewie, my dude.
Wow,
Damn.
Stu.
Man, I got to give him one for that.
Big time oof.
Wow, Stu. That was hot. Wow.
Dude's going dark.
Yo, he came in guns blazing.
Yo, Stu, seriously, tell us how you really feel. I love
Guns
having a live audience. man.
blazing.
I really do. I love having a live audience.
Stu.
Great.
Stewie.
Wow.
Because you see
Oof.
these things and you're like, wow, he just went there. Like, good for you, Stu.
My God.
Yeah, he went there. He went
Man.
Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say Robert's reply is damn.
there.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh my God. Oh, whew, I'm sweating. Like that was a hot take. It got me sweating. Just whew.
I like it.
Oh man.
tell
Oh,
you
Brucey,
what.
did you have another keep it or kill it for us, or did we cover them all? He's still
Think-
taking it back.
I think I did, but I forgot.
That's okay. That's all right. We're like,
I know I did.
You're
I just,
forgetful tonight.
I
it's
just
cool.
can't-
We'll use them next
Yeah.
week. It's no big deal. Cause yeah, we're damn, we're hitting like 90 minutes at this point. I
We're
think
at the
now's a
point,
good place to call it quits for the night and
Yeah,
thank
man.
our live audience. And since he's back, I'm gonna kick it to High Class and let him give you the social medias.
Great one's back.
Do your job.
So check it out. A lot of you guys know because you're watching it right now. You can check us out at Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Facebook, or if we share the live feed, which I did, and I had a lot of people that I know watching. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll share. You can find it if you're friends with us on Facebook. You can find it there, but you can also find it at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. We are a publicly traded Facebook group. That means we're friggin' open. You come in, we'll let you in the door and talk wrestling. You know, anything wrestling
Post
you want to
whatever
talk
you
about.
want.
Post what you want when you want. We don't
Come check out
monitor-
these recordings live. You know,
the only person we monitor is Jose. I didn't want to say that. Sorry, bro.
yeah. Sorry, we got you on the
Scumbag.
list.
Yeah.
You made the
said it.
I'm married
lexicon.
to this scumbag.
Wendy said it, not me.
Fucking deviant. Look at him.
and
Mm.
and not only can you find us
Wow.
on Facebook, but you can find us on Twitter at Top Rope WT. Dom holds the fort down on Twitter. I gotta say, like, hands up. Dom holds the fort down on Twitter. I get something in there once in a blue moon, but Dom holds the fort down on Twitter.
I know. I'm telling everybody, like, here's the Twitter
Thank you.
login. They're like, okay, thanks. Nothing.
I'm the worst about it.
I use it every once in a while. Also, the new baby, the Gram. The Gram.
The Insta.
You can find us on
The
Insta.
Horseman.
Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a tongue twister. Let's see if I can nail this on the first try.
Yeah.
You can find us at top_rope_wrestling_talk. I did it. That's where you can find us on Instagram. Look, we got a lot of stuff going on. We posted a lot of memes, stuff like that. But we also have what is called the Top Rope Corner. That is a live segment with one of us. It's just one of us. We go on. You know, we talk about what we think and how we feel without no one rudely interrupting us. Tom.
Really?
No,
From
I'm
old and crotchety to this shit. Bye, y'all.
I'm just
That's the king of interruptions.
just fucking with you, Tom.
Sure.
But no, it's where it's more of like a one-on-one Q&A session with the fans, with you guys. You come on, ask us questions, we'll answer them.
Get to know us a little bit.
Get to know us a little bit, and yeah, we give you some of our insight. Mine, I've already done mine. Mine's up. Mine's been up for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, I believe. I think Dom said he was gonna go next if he can find time.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some time, man.
He's a very, very, very busy man behind the scenes. And just
working on interviews, I'm promoting, I'm publishing, I'm child rearing, I'm filling out paperwork for my job.
All the things. All the things.
I'm like, if you ever saw Bruce Almighty where Jim Carrey is responding to all the emails from prayers, I'm just
Nah, I just remember it brings the pleasure.
It can be quite pleasurable.
Pleasurable.
I may or may not have that ability to. Just saying.
And yes, we are still working diligently on merch.
Yes.
High Class already has his first shirt lined up that he wants to get out. It says "Heels do it better."
We just got to make that a logo and make that a thing.
We just got to make it. We got to make it a thing.
Together.
We're working hard.
And we're lining up some guests. And next week, we actually have the crossover show with Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. That's also one of the things I'm doing in the background. I'm trying to work it out, get these guys on, see if they want to answer live questions, that kind of stuff. Just set everything up so that next week we can come in, broadcast live, and just have a great crossover between two great shows and have a ton of fucking fun. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
There's a few other people I'm lining up, so expect a few more, guests and interviews coming shortly. As soon as I get dates, you guys are gonna know. And now we got social medias out there.
Nope.
Well,
I forgot one.
you forgot one. Okay.
Yes. YouTube.
Most
Hit us-
important.
And most important, hit us up on YouTube at Fox Den Productions. You can find this show right here, Top Rope Wrestling Talk. You can find every episode we've done. You can also find 2 other shows that Dom produces and is on, which is Mutant Rejects. He talks about anything Marvel, comic books, movies, anything that you can think of, comic books, he talks about. Fox Den Productions, right behind Dom.
Trying to get it in.
And we also have another show on there, which is called Drunk Upon a Time, which everyone just gets on, drinks a few beers, and just talks shit.
Yeah. You'll
They
see
just talk
Wendy
shit.
and Jose on that one too.
They get drunk and talk
Man,
shit.
where was that show yesterday? I was pretty schlitz yesterday.
Well, it's tomorrow if you feel like getting schlitzed again.
I keep getting morning. What is it? When was my shift next?
Tomorrow you work in the morning.
No, after that.
You mean Saturday?
Yeah.
It's at noon.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
He's in.
We got 2 hosts already for
fucked up and do
tomorrow,
fucked up
so be
shit.
ready for that. Yeah, and honestly, if you're watching this on YouTube, I know we're broadcasting live while we're recording, but if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, there's going to be a little Fox Den Productions logo on the bottom corner of your screen to the right. If you highlight that or you click on it, it'll ask if you want to subscribe. So it's literally just, okay, I'm in. It's that easy. She's over here giggling over something.
And
Yeah, I'm
then,
loving the Evan
and then,
booping us.
then also, I heard this is a popular move. You subscribe, and then fucking hit a bell, so we can be in your lives more.
Yeah.
Right, definitely ring that bell. So when we put something out, you're the first person to know. You're one of the first you're one of the first people that you kick back with your popcorn and just enjoy the shit out of us. Because I think we're some enjoyable goddamn people. I know I'm biased, but I'm saying I think
I agree.
you enjoy us and Fox Den Productions hands down more than anyone, more than anybody on YouTube. Like fuck Chris Van Vliet, us.
I like Chris.
I do too.
Robert.
Yeah.
Robert, if you
This guy right here.
follow Top Rope on Instagram,
Okay.
I will get on the gram right after the show, and we will follow you.
Damn right we will.
We will follow you.
Yeah, if we see a group member follow us, like we're following right back. I don't care if I see it or anybody with the login, sees like, oh, somebody from Facebook follow us. Fuck yeah, follow back. Always. But yeah, again, it's easy to subscribe to Fox Den Productions. Definitely ring the bell. Definitely share this shit around and let people see what we do and what we're about. Because the more you do that, the more subscribers we're going to get, the more chance we have of setting up merch, setting up Patreons, doing all what we can do
Doing all the stuff.
make this better for the people that are watching it and for the people in this Facebook group. So if you're watching live and you haven't subscribed to Fox 10 yet, go do it right now.
Tell your friend.
And get your friends to do it right now. Because we're pretty much done. You can catch our podcast at anchor.fm/TRWT. You'll see our platforms. You'll see our episodes. You can pick what we're on all of them, everywhere. Apple, Spotify, the list goes on iHeartRadio. Pick it, follow it, have fun with it.
Robert, you have been followed.
See? That's what we're talking about.
Come on, Stu. You
We
can
will-
do Insta with. Come on.
We will
Instagram,
never make a promise we can't keep.
Right.
So,
Evan, don't threaten me with a good time.
right. If you
Evan, you said you were going to spot me, right, bro?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
always have a spotter for
Belt
safety.
up.
Hey, I'll spot you if you spot me.
That's
I'm
it's
in.
a team effort.
It is. It really is.
And
We gotta
remember,
go find
remember,
some closets and take off our
Belt time
belts.
is always edging time, all right? You never go full. You never go full.
Never go.
We gotta go find some belts and get in some closets. So we're gonna say goodnight. Have fun, guys. Enjoy Backlash.
Degenerate.
And we will probably be back to give you some kind of kickoff or wrap-up show or something like that. I gotta be honest, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna watch this one. But we will find a way to kick it off or do something fancy about it just for you guys. And have fun. We'll see you maybe this weekend, maybe definitely next week with our hopefully cross-promotional show. Clark Street, we're coming. So for Jose, who dipped, for the
He's
first
like
lady,
walked off.
for the first lady of Top Rope, I wish I could just walk off. I'm not allowed. For the evil one who just oozes creative machismo, I'm the Psycho, and we will catch you later.
Oh, fine. What am I, friggin' chopped liver?
I said high
You're the
class
next door
one.
neighbor.
And for Bruce, who keeps calling me old and crotchety and says I interrupt everybody.
One time.
We can't let go of it.
Once. No. Nothing.
Catch you later, y'all.
Never.
Hey, Dom, you know, I see that the testosterone's dropping. Like, don't be so sensitive. Come on, my man.
Ain't no problem with testosterone on this end, homie.
It's okay. I hear that the modern medicine, Roman, great.
Don't need it.
You got
Never
some-
need
Sponsor
it.
us.
Use my blood to make those medications.
Sponsor us.
Peace, y'all.
Sip Squad Fly Boys, that's my logo. You already know though. It's PBS and Nation Gang, my niggas getting dodo. You pussy niggas, Frodo's fucking hobos looking so-so. Okay, shot in slow-mo, haters salty like a dobo. But Coco, we get loco. Hit them cashing, so no. You rap it, then we live it, cause we Stokely on the promo. We classy, Freddy, blasty, bitches, why you acting sassy? Can't stop and I won't stop. Guess I'm Diddy to your Cassie. No shiny suits, I'm spazzing. You ashy, I'm so flashy. Talking out your ass, goddammit, I'm just speaking cash shit. Haters get the shaking like they mama named the catch it. Father, all these rap wrestlers pay homage to me, bastards. Sorry, I don't claim you. That's just what this fame do. Oh, you ain't down with Dream Team. Middle finger.